Welcome, racers. How's it going, everyone? We're racing in Brazil tonight. Weather's probably a little bit nicer down there than it is in Florida right now. It's been stupid hot here. Yeah, we're at Interlagos, home of Formula One in Brazil. Probably one of the most iconic places for Formula One in the Western Hemisphere. I am by no means Ayrton Senna reincarnated, despite what I might tell myself sometimes, or what anyone might tell themselves. But yeah, we're going to try our best. Interlagos, meaning between the lakes. I think the track is right between two little small local lakes here. This track's awesome. Anyone who's ever watched an F1 race here, it's made for some really good races. Right in amongst the community. Fans love this place. The Brazilian fans are amazing in Formula One and just motorsports in general. They're very, very passionate about motorsports. So I'm excited that we're racing here. I've actually, believe it or not, aside from just a few minutes of testing a couple of weeks back, I've never driven Interlagos in iRacing before, or even on a sim. My only knowledge of this place is Gran Turismo Forza, I think like F1 2020 or something like that. So I knew the place, but not actually turning a wheel and pushing pedals. So this is kind of my first time actually properly driving it. And you know, it's pretty damn good, especially in this GT3 car. So we're back in the Ferrari 296 GT3. I've got my regular crowd of guys behind me tonight. We've got Garrett spotting and crew chiefing for us. We mixed up our camera angle a little bit with the command center so you guys can see them a little bit easier. We got Garrett spotting and crew chiefing.
It's really good.
Yeah, extra shine on there. We've got Angelo from Anze Suspension helping me with race engineering supports, making this car fast. We've already worked through a number of changes. I think we're getting a little bit closer, but still think we're off time-wise. We're trying to figure that one out. And then we've got Mr. More Podiums, TJ, helping us out with our stream production tonight. And then off camera is Daphne helping, as always, with our YouTube chats and social media. So, how's it going back there tonight, guys?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah. We're teaching Angelo about the mute button, and
yeah, I'm used to push to talk. There's only one thing. This technology stuff, I just don't understand it. I just don't get it.
How many weeks have you been here in the stream?
Stop. I understand cars, not electronics. I don't know wires. No.
You know, on a side note, I would love it. Like you and I talk about all the time, I would love a headset for sim racing that has a proper push to talk button with it. That would be so nice. Yeah, we gotta come out with one of those.
Get you guys on real racecraft stuff.
Yeah.
Push to talk, back thing, and the noise cancel. I actually don't like it that much. I like the background. I like to talk to Garrett every now and then. Like, what? Hello. How do we think about the setup, Greg?
I mean, the car feels good. And I feel like we tried a lot of things. We learned some fast ways to get around here, but somehow I'm still like 2 and change, if not 3 seconds off of the aliens. And I'm not expecting to be an alien, but that's a huge amount of difference that I just don't understand right now. So we're going to try to figure that out.
At minus 0.7?
Yeah, I see. We're going to go a little bit faster here. I don't know. If we could, I mean, fastest time.
Faster at a real...
Yeah. So fast time in the session by a 5,000 iRating is a 31.7 right now, and I just did a 34. Ooh, dropped a wheel in the grass because I was looking at the timing. I'll read
That's part of the fun about it. Is, you know, Greg gets his eyes scattered a little bit. He's going off.
So we're the lap I just turned, which is with a full race load of fuel, which in this car is 50% of its actual capacity. We're 2.8 seconds off. Who knows what the guy is trying to do in P1? Presumably he's on a light fuel load. I find that a quali fuel load, which is just enough to do 3 laps, versus a race fuel load is about a second of worth of lap time. That still puts us 1.8 off in an equal car ballpark. That's
But I
not
think
close enough for me.
looking at our delta, we do it in Formula Ford, the rookies and the aliens versus the masters and the normal guys. What's our delta? And one of the guys that we run is always his delta is 2 seconds to an alien. So I
Okay.
think we're falling in just under that since we've been racing. We're just in around that 1.7 mark to
Yeah.
an alien. So I know we've got a little bit of room. Let's see what we got.
And I don't know. I try to drive what conventional wisdom would tell you is fast, and I'm able to adapt to different setups and different cars and different things. I do try to drive with the knowledge of what a real car would do, so I'm in some ways limited by not like trying to play the game of exploiting lap time. I want to find a way to go faster though. Like,
Well, one of the things was on Track Advantage. Both you nor I know nothing of this track other than watching it on TV. Kidding, right?
right.
So how to go fast here, the secrets, of Road America, Lime Rock, the stuff that we're pounded out miles and laps on. We're looking at something blank. We're coming here with a blank slate. TJ queued up a video. We did a little bit of driver debrief, checked out some stuff. We had some cars around us, picked some stuff from them. So we're still working hard to gain our in-house knowledge that guys have 20 years at Interlagos.
Yeah.
So
I did just learn something though while you were talking. That braking zone into turn 12, you can go wide to the right there. I thought that was grass.
Exactly right.
And that does open up the radius, and that does equate to speed on the straightaway. So,
A few times,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel you though, Greg, because whenever I was racing Road Atlanta this week,
Yep.
you can use the curbs in between the S's to help settle the car, and then immediately following, I think that's turn 5.
Yep.
To help settle the car, and if you're not bouncing off of those, then you're losing seconds, and it is where you get into the gamification
yeah.
of it, or simulation, and using it for its purpose. So it's like I don't know, it feels weird.
Yeah, well, where you're talking about at Road Atlanta, you're not using curbs in real life, or you're going to be in a wall immediately. You can use the exit curb in 5, and that's like the only one that I would ever consider using in Road Atlanta, specifically.
You specifically want to eject camber shims or brake uprights.
Yeah, exactly that. Oh, well, I was 0.8 up.
Well, I know. Yeah, just a little tip in. Just, I think a little overlap again. I think.
Yeah, just a clip of the grass is what that was. I mean, I think I found a little bit of time. And here, I'll just show you. I know we're a little slow right now, but I'll show you this. I didn't realize that you could do this over here. Oh, that's an off track. Okay, so you can use a little bit then. All right. All right. Well, maybe we're not quite 2.8 off.
I think we're doing all right.
Yeah.
This is the cool side of it is the angst, the struggle, the emotion. Like, we suck. We're slow. We
Yeah.
suck. And this is a shout out to Rick and Andre Rosario. Works with me in the shock facility. We are up at I on the setup. So we do A, B, C, D, E when we take a shock off and put it back on the dyno. And when we get up to F and G and H, we're like, oh, this thing's really buggering us. We really get upset. Greg and I just head down, work through a lot of different setups, even a little bit of double blind. Hey, let's try this. Hey, let's try that. I think we've got a good setup. We just haven't refined some of the speed yet.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, we're playing at damper stuff, which is very fine-tuning, controlling the timing of the weight movement on the car for anyone watching. Dampers are not the first thing you make adjustments to when you're trying to, like, play with the setup on a car. That's, like, the last thing you touch. Right, Angelo?
Absolutely.
What is this
Business
prototype
first.
doing? Making life hard for me right now.
Best with all the big stuff. It's a lot more low-hanging fruit than just the dampers,
Yeah, that's
Like-
fine-tuning.
It's the last 10% of the equation, but it's a really big 10% of the equation.
Yes. There's not 3 seconds in it, but
Oh,
mean-
sure.
yeah, it can make your life pretty hard when it's not good.
Unfortunately, we do see that sometimes. Cars that crash, and like, want to know why you crashed? I'm like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, you got a dead right rear damper.
Yep.
And they're like, what? Yeah, so. But obviously, iRacing doesn't let us take the oil out of it or break some shims or do some stupid stuff, so which is kind of fun.
Yeah, I don't even know if they published damper curves somewhere. I don't know if that's
Well, remember, it's all relative, so.
right.
You know, the fact that how often we can move them up or down is fantastic.
Are they
curve.
truly linear, equally spaced steps? I don't know the answer. Right.
You and I were trying to solve a little bit earlier. You know, Greg and I were trying to plot out some of the things mentally, emotionally, and speed-wise on car reaction. Moving some shock knobs up or down, seeing what the car reacted to, didn't like or just, hey, didn't feel anything.
Right.
So we're trying to build that mental map, which does happen at the racetrack too. You know, not everything's in the computer data. Sometimes it's the visceral changes.
Yeah. We're off the peak grip of the tire right now, so I'm not going to get any closer on that 2.8, but I feel like I'm figuring some things out here. Well, I'm actually up right now on old tires, so.
You know, a lot of the fun of club racing is doing setup on old tires. And you get faster and faster and faster with the tire deck's happening. And then all of a sudden you put a new set of stickers on it, just leapfrog. You're like,
Yeah.
oh.
I think I figured some small things out from watching that video. I did go off track in the final corner. They really are very tight about track limits on the entry there, so I can't really find that much. We just went up 3/10
Yeah.
on old tires. Not old tires, but just off-peak
Yeah.
tires.
Better terms, better terms.
The sooner I can get the flat... Oh, there, look at that delta. All you're doing in one is setting up two.
And I laugh because Greg's figured out 1, 2, 3 complex. I'd say the last 5 or 7 runs. We saw something, we tried something, went deeper, carved it up a little bit, and boom, big lap time improvement. Tried something else, boom, big lap time improvement. So Greg, would you peek our inside? Sorry about that.
That's okay, I saw.
What'd you figure out? Give us your take on you figuring out turn 1.
Well, a couple times with the Ferrari so far this season, I've discovered that what you think is a braking point is actually 50 meters early, and you can actually go way deeper than like your intuition would kind of tell you is the limit. So we found I was first start braking at the 100, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of where it is. Maybe it's the 90. And then I tried the 90, and then I tried the 80, and then I tried the 60, and then I'm like, okay, this is getting carried away. Can I do the 50? And I did the 50, and it stuck. I finally went too far when we went to the 45. But like, one, the braking efficiency of the car, when you really lean on this thing and you've got enough speed that the downforce is helping you considerably, you can go pretty deep. So, lesson learned is 1, for turn 1, you go way deeper. We're pretty forward on brake bias right now.
Why?
Braking efficiency. When we go forward on bias, what we're trading is when we go to when we're a little bit rearwards on bias with the car, it helps with the car VIN on the brake release, but you sacrifice some braking efficiency.
Yeah.
When we go forward, we get braking efficiency, which means the car stops in a shorter distance and in less time.
Yeah.
Oh, but we're not able to carve it in quite as well. I missed a gear shift, which is why that happens. When we go forwards, we stop faster, shorter distance, pick up some time there, but we can do sacrifice a little bit of the car's ability to carve into the corner while still holding on to some of the brake pedal. But if we fix the car mechanically with setup adjustments to fix that carve in, we can retain the braking efficiency from being a little bit more forward. Yeah.
Fiddling around with brake bias, and we learned some things. Road America, other places, Summit Point, the angle of the track, what the car likes for brake bias is the angle of the track that they're attacking on the brakes. We tried some things, and the car just woke up. We dropped tenths.
Gonna pick up half a second on 8-lap old tires.
Yeah. So, I think we got a good setup to roll forward. We figured some stuff out, and
I think
Brake
we're
bias.
closer than we thought we were. Yeah.
Says to me, he says, you know, I really would like it. And we're doing better than that brake bias. But the mid trail in towards the mid corner, I really need a little help on the rear. But like he said, he started asking for mechanically. Pick up the brake efficiency and see if we can mechanically do what he wants for that trail in, not on the brake bias. No,
Right.
we didn't get diff. Ran out of time. I think just start turning the diff.
If it was possible, a tighter diff on the way out, but more open on the way in would be
I love you.
preferable. But I realize that we can't have our cake and eat it too. So sometimes, maybe not in this application.
The other thing that happened that I was pretty amazed at is Greg was getting some force feedback, some senses of I'm at the limit, and then he chucked it in there and was like, oh, it's stuck. Certain corners, certain areas, and that's a hard one for a driver. And that's, you know, hats off, inside.
Yeah, I see him. That's going to be a tough one in the race with prototypes.
As a driver, it's amazing that they can build that speed, get up to a point, move the setup, and then push that limit again. Like instead of doing 100 miles an hour to this corner, I'm going to go 102. That's, you know, that's signs of pro drivers. A lot of fun stuff.
Porsche's racing. You want to race? Okay, we can race. I can do that. One of the areas that, when it comes to truly racing, wheel to wheel with another car, the one area that the Ferrari seemingly kicks everyone's butt is on the brakes. I can always win on the brakes. Come side by side with someone. Not, well, there's a limit to that. Maybe he's inside, so yeah. I know this is ultra cliche for anyone and everyone watching, but hi Mom, how are you? Thank you for tuning in. You have no idea what Angela and I are talking about, but that's okay. Thank you for watching. I'm in a Ferrari, Mom, look. I think we're quick. I want to almost re-rack and try out a fresh set of tires and maybe even a quality.
Follow.
I'm trying. He is driving away from me right now.
Cheater motor. God.
Oh. I mean, I would have relieved that in the race, but I just wanted to see what it would do if I could hold on to it. So the rear tires do go away a good bit.
Do we know fuel consumption for doing maths?
We're burning 2.41 liters per lap. Are we inside our window to go to the race lobby? Yes, looks like so.
Yes, we are.
I'm just going to box, and we'll move to the race lobby. Actually move to the race lobby, unlike last week.
It was a false
4.1 liters per lap.
2.41.
2.41. Okay, got it. I was gonna say
Yes.
4.1. That's ridiculous.
About 2.41. Okay. And I would like to do, well, maybe this is just to know where we are, but a quali sim might be nice.
Faster.
It held in turn 11 really well for a while there, and then 8-9 laps in, it got loose on me. I don't know if it's because I don't think I overdid it on the previous corner. I don't think that was the case that time. But the rear went away on me that time. In a race, I will chicken out. And
Tire deg wise, can we go one more click back to the front?
with what?
Brake bias.
Bias?
Yeah.
We can go. Yeah, I can do that.
All right. Just, you know, so just like, you know, real racing, like, all right, we're in park for May, or we're getting really close. Like, we're not about to pull the shocks out. We're not about to change springs. What can we change quickly? What's hurting us?
I don't think I'm lighting the tires up either on TC. I think I could go up if we really wanted to be ultra conservative, but I don't feel that I'm lighting them up anywhere.
Yeah.
This car is good on traction. Like it just
power down. Power down was good, but we could be at that point where we're just hurting them.
Yeah.
You know. Any feedback? What's the worst thing the car's doing?
Being slow. um,
Every driver complains of this.
I don't love the car in turn 4 still. I
You
want
struggle
a
with 4
car
or 5.
more.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's just me wanting
sure.
more of the car. And then in the commitment back to power in 7, I feel like it just picks up a push there every time. It's better now than it has been.
Can we turn a little bit later in 7 to neutralize the push?
The 6 and 7
I
are really
know.
one
know.
big arc, so I'm
know.
trying to not move the car around too much. I'm trying to pick up one arc and not add or subtract.
Does it like?
much.
Did you ever try 2 or no? Diamond it a little bit, just relax the wheel and go again.
I can try. I don't know that it's going to work, but
Neither do
I can try. It's a very aero predominant, so I'm trying to just hold the platform where it is.
Yeah,
Once
but if
we
it's
get into it.
grinding or if it's overloaded, it's
It's not grinding. It's just
Okay.
on power. It just drives off the front, which
Okay.
better than being aero loose. But
Okay.
okay. Can I try a qual setup, or do we want to do an apples to apples right now?
I like this setup. I'd like you to put some stickers on it, light fuel it, and go.
Let me do. Now that I figured out a couple small things in that run, let me do a race fuel run, and then we can do a qual fuel run.
Okay. Copy
That's me. I think would be fair because I think I'll be closer than where I was before. I think I'll be closer to 2 seconds off on race trim. I think we'll be in the 33s. Is my point. I don't know as an apples is a useful measure anyway, but I'm not trying to get too lost. Yep.
Yeah. Out there, kind of fun.
What's that?
No, just looking.
Okay.
Having fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love the evening lighting at this place. Pretty cool. I've never seen Interlagos in the evening light. I think, is it WEC at Interlagos this week? Isn't that perhaps why they're there?
I do like twilight tracks.
Yeah. Oh, there's a little bit of line change. You're right. 7 there. I think I might try that next lap.
So I got to work with some really great drivers, as you did too, Greg, and it's kind of fun. Jörg Bergmeister talked on the radio one day and I said, "Hey, move over 2 feet to the right." He says, "Copy that. Next lap." Moves over 2 feet. He goes, "It's faster, but I can't." What? It sets up for a really bad bump, and I'll probably wreck the car if I do it again.
Okay.
That's the quick rapport Greg and I have, and everything else is, hey, let's try this. All right, good. Result? No, it doesn't work. All right. Or hey, one more lap. Let me check it out. So, always hunting for speed. A lot of fun.
To answer your previous question, Greg, yes, the dude was at Interlagos for the 6-hour race 2 days ago.
They were there. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Is that a daytime or is it a day to night or?
Good question.
I don't know anything about that race. Yeah, if I let this carry a little wider here and then it comes back and I can pick. Oh, there we go. There's something.
1 second. Go, 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 go.
Still on cold tires too. This is the delta base off our outlap, so it's not terribly useful yet, but either way, I feel fast right now.
That's another thing too that we were looking into, and I'm seeing right now as you're driving it, is that your sim bounces much more than people that don't have motion sims. So the ones that use the curves on to take the physical abuse that you're going through.
Can you say that a bit louder? TJ, I can't hear you.
My bad.
That's okay.
Trying to talk without having food in my mouth, flying all over the place. Talking about the people that abuse curbs, they're probably not in a motion sim. You got to take the abuse to get through it.
Yes, I think that's what makes me a more realistic sim driver, is that I feel the pain of what it is like. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not sore over here, but I feel the curbs, and I feel like, maybe I shouldn't use that the way that felt there that time.
Great point.
Yeah.
Chicane Club got to run all the way up the ladder. You got the F1 cars, and it just does everything violently. No matter what you did, you get bounced around in the sim seat. Like, the F1 car was awesome, great fun, fast rocket ship, but oh my god, violent. Your head's rattling off of your back, side of the seat, so to speak, And you got out of that car and you're like, ooh, this was tough. So I think that's huge.
Yeah.
TJ pointed out, oh yeah, this guy just, turns a fast lap and he just clobbers this curb, he runs over that. We're like, geez, maybe we got to work on a curb strike friendly car. We could turn the motion off.
Yeah. For me, whenever we default the motion off on these sims for whatever reason, it's like driving with one eye closed. I have no sensory. I feel like you're chopping off a huge portion of my sensory input for what's fast. 34 flat. That was a little too deep into one. Alright, so we have an eclectic 133.9, which is now 1.8 seconds off of guys, which is kind of where we normally are. So that actually, I would always love to be faster, but that's at least where we normally are. That's, I guess, a little reassuring.
Back to our honest.
Yeah, and if we take 50 liters of fuel out of it, we'll pick up another second and then we'll be in the ballpark. I think we're there now.
It's amazing the emotions you and I are sharing on this. It's like, we're slow. I'm like, we're getting closer. I'm like, I think we got a decent race car. We just didn't realize it. You didn't get to do a practice race, so we didn't have cars around us in comparison.
Yeah, I haven't been around other cars really much other than this practice, and I haven't seen much of them, so haven't had a rapid chase quite yet. Woo. Overdriving right now. I want to try a quali fuel load. Alright, box.
Garrett, pump it out. I want to try.
That's a good pit entry. I think I got that figured out.
Oh, we were laughing about that thing. The ski jump that you stop into. It's like, oh, this is insane. Somebody's going to wad the thing up in the middle of pit lane, take out 16 people.
Yeah, it's a really aggressive pit entry.
Yeah.
I would not want to be the outside rear tire guy at the entrance of pit lane.
Alright, you got 8 liters. Ready for qualifying.
Oh, did you do it for me?
Yep.
Oh.
Do you not have a crew chief?
Oh, well, it's just not what we've ever done before. That's I'm not expecting it.
We're on it.
Here, I'm just going to save this as qual. I'm going to leave it V1I just for giggles. I think we're going to, well, we'll see. We might need one more liter than that. Well, we'll find out, right?
The calculations. If you're doing 2.41 per lap, you're doing 3 laps. That's you need exactly, you think it's just under 8 liters, so you'll have just enough to get right back around in the pits.
Except for the fact that I burn more fuel on the outlap because I'm doing a lot of throttle and brake.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, we'll find out. We have one way to tell.
See? I actually dislike the fuel games.
Yeah, 1 liter is not worth.
3 is the actual number that you're going to burn.
Yes.
So we do the extra 7 tenths, maybe 8 tenths.
Yeah, but the way we actually drive our quali outlaps will be low, and this thing starts kicking at 0.3 of a liter. So
Garrett's got it calcs into a tenth of a liter here. I think he's got it spot on. Let's see if it coughs. Hey, you get penalty points, or we have to get flagged?
no. You know, it's kind of funny in iRacing for anyone watching. If you want to get an idea of, like, it actually even does model your brake temperature, but usually the first few times you hit your brakes, they come up to temp pretty quick. The measure for whether your brakes are hot or not is whether they're squealing. Like, the first couple times you hit the brakes, they squeal, 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 and by the third time, then all of a sudden they're quiet and they don't make any noise. Kind of a quick way of telling you if your brakes are warm. I don't know how reflective it is of real life, but...
It's funny, but yeah, that's one of the things that you kind of notice as a trend.
Yeah.
It's not really indicative. Trend is there like hard, like 75% of the time.
Yeah.
So
on a setup for a quali lap, we're going to run this really wide outside loop here. Of course, this prototype's going to ruin my lap. Of course he is. Oh, we can go to the 45 on a quali lap.
outside.
All right, well, I can go deeper into one on a quali lap, I just learned.
132.
Hi, Nelson. Thanks for joining.
Nelson.
Still suffering from cold tires.
142.
Still 4/10 off just from tire temp. All right, second lap here might be a little better.
Let's see.
Faster in a straight line.
So you know, as an engineer, Greg, I don't like the word faster. I need a number.
There we go. I think we'll be okay on fuel, as a matter of fact. Good job, Garrett. I want more front end there. I'd love more front end in 4 on the way out. What are you going to do, prototype? You're going to ruin my lap? No? Okay, thank you.
Last lap you went wider right there. Good job on getting that tighter.
I feel like that was all of it, but I still didn't make up the time. Where did I lose? In the middle? Yeah.
Over, under, over. Little spots in there.
Yeah.
All right.
Huh. All right. How much time do we have?
We got 10 minutes.
Oh boy. Okay.
10 minutes. We're ahead of schedule. What's our tire budget this year?
Do you want to know what we've spent so far? 3 million sets of tires so far.
Should we just put another set of stickers on? Let's go.
Can I just try another quali run? It would honestly be helpful.
Go for
Yeah. Want to make a change?
No, I just want to drive it, honestly.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
What's our front brake flies at?
I didn't change it earlier. It was 50.5. I'll go forward one.
Copy that. Let's see what she does.
I'm going to try to put more heat in the tires on this outlap, because that first one really killed me. I've got a whole gaggle of cars coming here. I'm just going to let them all go.
Love your situational awareness.
Well, I wish I had marching ants in real life. Imagine if a driver had marching ants. Well, for most people, that would actually be... Yeah, that would be really bad.
Should get a 10-disc CD changer in the trunk as well.
Just they give you the those meta smart glasses. You just boot race labs on it.
We're doing the race practice here? What are they doing? Come on. The catch went out precisely the wrong time. All right.
What's next?
Yeah. Really? Oh. You know, iRacing, you gotta fix your tire temp stuff.
No. I love it. So what was the other one that we figured out? You had a little bit of like a, I won't say a snap loose, you had a little mid-corner loose, you corrected, came back the other way, you re-corrected, you drive 100 yards up to the next corner and the car goes bye-bye.
Yeah.
Effing way. That
Not
really
possible.
And I think that Greg and I, ascertained that it just goes, there's something in there that says, no, you do not have grip, or no, you overheated it.
Yeah.
Greg got the pit lane and dropping the clutch. I think it's the same time model issue.
Yeah, the rate of heat generation on the carcass of the tire is way too fast. It does not do that in real life.
Yeah.
Just does not.
That's definitely caught you and I off on quite a few times. I think we're finding out, but you're going to have to correct for iRacing model.
Oh, I can adapt for it in the race scenario. It's just frustrating because
sometimes you got to slow down and go fast.
it usually happens on outlaps when I'm not pushing. All right. Quali Sim D2. So I try to run the longest distance from the final corner to the start-finish line just so I can build as much speed. I don't know that it really is worth that much here in Interlagos because we're braking almost immediately. It just, you might as well be doing it.
Straighten you pick up the throttle sooner on that drop.
Say that again?
I was wondering if you could straighten the wheel a little bit sooner, drop the throttle a little bit sooner falling down that hill. No. 142.
Copy. Front bias does not help there.
That's the one corner we know. That's your sacrifice.
Yeah, that's a sacrifice corner.
You're at North America. The brake's going to be awesome in 5, 8, whatever the heck, But Canada corner's going to suck. So you have to adapt as a driver, or you have to play Michael Schumacher and do ratchet.
Yeah.
Turning. A lot of fun. We'll see where we're at. If we got to pull it, we'll pull it.
Man, there's not enough temperature in the first lap. I'm going to keep saying this until iRacing fixes it, but that's such BS. You can get more laps in quality.
Great heat if physics setup. We definitely can do it artificially if it works. But then I don't want to run quali setup and a race setup.
Yeah.
Park for May, guys.
Oh, I just found more time than 2. Wow, you can really zing it in 2 and it just goes.
I like it.
Get it stopped in time. Got a ballerina prototype behind me.
It's nice to watch your mirror. You're not qualified.
I just saw it out of the corner of my eye. I gave it up. We're gonna match him. Oh, pick something up on the run out of the final corner. Then we can run super shallow all the way in. Looks like I'm driving into pit lane. Somehow iRacing doesn't penalize you doing this. Yeah, it's kind of dumb. 33.9.
You're gonna have to watch for that in the race.
Yeah, that could be dangerous.
Oh, I know. It scares me just watching it. You know, I have seen quite a few cars hit the pit lane barrier, and it's not a pretty sight.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Yeah.
You know, in F1, I think watching the races, they're allowed to dip 2 tires over the blend line, but not all 4. Even that is, I would think, would be in any other racing series would be a big no-no. But we're gonna have to be careful to like really signal that we're going to pit lane. But fortunately, you don't have to brake until way past that point if you're coming into pit lane anyway. So, how much time do we have? We are in the race lobby, right? Everyone saw that I did that.
Yes, we are in the race lobby.
Okay.
Also, a familiar face in the lobby. Carlos Plaza G. Back from one of our first races we did.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Here, I'll drop the chat into the thing. That will go through. Yeah, cool. All right, 3 minutes. I'm just going to do another final quali sim. I honestly think our setup is good. I think I just need to drive the race car now.
Vote of confidence. Yeah, I honestly think the setup is good. Nice.
I think
Nice.
it's cool.
Yes,
There's a
I
couple.
honestly think you're a decent driver.
I'm trying.
Love you. Can I get some ice cream?
No? We can make that happen in the future.
No. Think about it. Ice pops?
There are Pedialyte ice pops in there.
Are they cool?
Yeah, they're good. Hydrating too. What flavor do you want?
Oh, I'm a random kind of guy. I like variety. I'll eat 6 when I'm batting an eyelash.
All right, I got a good spot on track here.
Carlos has jumped in. Hey, Carlos, long time no see. Welcome back.
Yeah, thanks for joining, Carlos. Just saw your name on the race lobby here. Is he, I believe, in the Cadillac, or his teammate was in the Cadillac?
That's probably they were racing before. I'm not sure now.
Yeah. Yeah. We are now in the Mercedes. Or, I'm sorry, what am I saying? We're no longer in the Mercedes. Because it's slow.
Ferrari.
They literally would fire you for saying something like that in real life. You're not even exaggerating. Yeah, Nelson, this one's tough. It's a lot of big commitment. Track limits, using everything is tough. Not intuitive. It's fun. Oh, you guys are GT3. Cool. That was awesome. That means we might be actually competing with you guys. Cool.
My skull.
I'll break him early relative to what I can do in quali. Oh, there it is. Race lobby time. I can pull a Charles Leclerc and just go right into this wall. All right.
Charles just pulled. You're fired.
I think you had a hydraulic failure there last year.
Speaking of hydraulics, how's
Yes.
that? How's that brake pedal?
Fantastic. Feels good. I like it.
Greg and I have been race prepping the sim in the twilight hours. There's a few minor adjustments to try and get the feel and repeatability.
I think we're on version I with our brake pedal setup as well.
Oh yeah, CAD models.
Yeah, we've got CAD models and bags of
many
parts.
orders to McMaster car.
Yes.
It was fun though. Good stuff.
Tweaking and improving reliability,
Yeah. You know, it's
all the things.
well. Biggest thing is, you were working on a couple of customers when I was coming through
Mhm.
about the trailing off brake. How to trail off your brake pedal. And that's one of those things. Greg's like, I think we got to improve the brake pedal. It's not trailing the way it should. So worked on a few things, and I think we improved it. So I think a lot of your customers and drivers are really going to benefit from it.
It's got a in terms of improving, we're not just talking about making it a better brake pedal for the sake of the sim, making it a more realistic brake pedal with the
Yeah.
way that it feels, the way that it releases, the damping, the stiffness, the progressiveness, kind of the rate as it ramps up, like all of that
Nerd.
engineering
nerded out.
stuff. Yeah.
Love it.
All right, we're in what is clearly not the top split. We're in a low split, so we might have a good chance at an overall. And it looks are we racing you tonight, Carlos? I see a Carlos G
I think
in
we're
a
in the same lobby as
Porsche.
well.
All right, well, let's have fun, Carlos. This can be cool. VRS set up on the Porsche GTP. You'll find that you're locking up. Oh, no, that's Nelson. Okay. All right, let's see where our pit stall is. So, Angelo, you were here with us over the weekend. We did a private race with a client on a 3-hour VRS endurance race at Brands Hatch with the Porsche GT3 over the weekend. You were here for that, Angelo.
Yeah.
They moved our pit stall in the race.
Oh, God.
We thought our
Nice.
pit stall was the last one at pit out, and we came into pit lane, and the guy was waving the lollipop at the first stand, and I'm like, "What? You just moved the pit stall."
I'm looking through the window, and I'm like, uh-oh.
So we're currently in stall 15, 6,
Yeah.
14,
That'll
it
change,
looks
don't
like.
worry. Don't
But just remind me to
Eyes
be
up.
heads up about that moving at
Yep.
some point.
worry. Heads up on the brakes.
Yeah,
And,
I'll try my
the good
best.
thing is, you can drive through all the pit stalls and all the cars to find your right one.
Yeah. Well, there's only one lollipop guy.
Yeah, I know.
It's just a little bit of a.
But I'd rather take out 30 cars than miss the lollipop again.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna assume it's the first one from now
Nelson's
on the
got a
way.
question there. Running what's that? VRS set up on the Porsche GTP.
That's like one of these bought
Finding
custom setups.
locking up way too easy. Locking up front brakes, rear brakes, both brakes. Nelson, what's VRS?
VRS is a platform that you pay a subscription to, and you basically get a custom, not
Got
custom, you get an alien setup. You pay for the privilege of having one. They're really good. They're fast. You just you don't know what you're getting, and if you don't know how to build a setup, probably a good place to start beyond the.
Just start spinning the rear. So we were just at Road America and talking about brake bias, other goofy things, other tracks and stuff. And we came in and the driver was like going pretty good. And we checked the bias. We didn't like something. We changed a little bit, and we went the way that we thought. And we went a little bit slower. Immediately we flipped over and went the other direction. So don't be afraid to make a move. Obviously, too much front bias. I don't know what their setup would do other than let's just start with brake bias. So just start spinning it, I think, to the rear to get a balance. But definitely look at your performance and your speed on your detriment. Softer front springs will help rotate the mass to the front end. Lower front ride heights will, again, pin the front down a little more aero. depending on what brake zone you're going into.
All right, I'm setting up a quality lap here.
Let's go.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Love you. No worries.
Running the wide line, even though it's worth maybe 1/100th of a second, but it's very cheap. So I go a little conservative on this first one. Maybe overdid it a little bit on the brakes in the final corner. I'll take it. It's gonna be a low 34, I think. Maybe a mid 34. Just from 10.
Stop. Numbers.
148, 158.
Okay.
Go, go, go. Pound the curbs. No.
Just trying to avoid the off track. That was a pretty damn good lap, if I do say so myself.
You still got to cross the line, princess. Way to go, kiddo. Nice lap.
There we go.
Good job.
Is that our Carlos?
I believe it is.
All right, well, we're starting side by side with you, Carlos. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. I promise I will play fair. Awesome. Well, I feel like that was everything I had with this car. I could have cleaned up maybe 4 a little bit, but I...
Yeah, you're still struggling with 4.
Yeah.
4 or 5. Really good lap, kiddo. Tell me something you didn't like. You want to comment about the brake bias again?
I don't know how sustainable that's going to... Well, I might have to go a little bit calmer on the bias for the race run. I mean, I was definitely pushing everything out of this thing to try to squeeze the time out, but I don't think I'm obviously not going to drive with that intensity for the race.
Yeah, copy that.
So we're on race V1I. Do we have a race, a fuel ad number?
Yes.
Fuel. We're working on setup and
adding
quality
in
over here. I don't know what you're talking about.
Adding in possibility for 1 extra lap, and then also the lap for to take 22.71 liters.
How many laps do you figure for?
29 laps, but just in case,
Plus a pace lap, though, no, right?
Yeah. So with the
The
pace
30.
lap, we just take hold on.
The 30 laps.
I haven't seen anything let them go to 30 laps, but I just don't want to take the chance and
Well,
have that one
I'm
split
saying
where you actually
29
get to-
race laps plus one
Yeah,
for pace, so 30.
yeah, well, 29 laps. I haven't seen it get past 29 laps, but then it's like I counted in with the outlap, but that's just in case it does go to 30 laps by some weird
That
alien-like incident.
I would say we're gonna drive 30 laps. We need 30 laps of fuel,
Okay. So we're taking 22.71 liters.
so 23.
Yes.
Copy. All right. 23. If our consumption go,
Go, go, go. Let's go.
All
We
right.
go. We go racing now.
Let's go
All right,
racing. Dropping our stuff in the chat. Yeah. Naturally, I think we're gonna take right side tires. No. Yes. I think. I would think that's the right answer for a clockwise track, counter-clockwise track.
Okay, so
Lefts.
TJ says if you take a look at your board, we are 1 second behind the leader.
Mhm.
1.1. Have you ever been that close before?
Relative to a 2.7 iRating, I would have liked to have been closer. Though this is not the top split, so these are not aliens I'm racing tonight, fortunately. So, I mean, we've taken pole before amongst
We
a
could put
similar.
some aliens in if you want.
It's nice to mix it up with aliens and us humble folk. Oh, we grid in the middle of this track. What? iRacing. You guys do so many things so well, and then you do something like this. What are there? There's so we have no LMP2s. We have 12 GTPs and 21 GT3s tonight.
Wow,
Ooh.
it's gonna be
That's
Fun.
interesting.
Fun.
Okay, interesting.
What's that flag in front of you?
On the back of the Porsche, it's a Brazilian flag.
Oh, okay. Where are we?
Brazil.
All right, just follow him.
Yeah, I know, right? I see a lot of Portuguese-looking names. Yeah, I should definitely just follow him. All right, well, I mean, let's go racing, I guess.
absolutely. I think you're
fun.
next to our friends here.
I think that's Carlos, yeah? Oh,
yeah, that
he's...
Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
Yeah, so that's 7. So, no, he's in the... Is that the Grello Porsche, I think, Carlos? I mean, he's busy. Don't type to me right now. You got a race to run. I guess let's go racing. This could be fun. We're in a good split of drivers, so I feel like we actually have a good shot at doing pretty well tonight if we can keep it clean. We haven't done a practice race, so I don't know what the racing element's going to be like. I think big opportunities are going to be into 1 and into 4 the race. And then just managing and keeping our noses clean. All right, GTPs should be rolling away here any second. Oh.
Carlos, no texting and driving. Garrett's called the police on you.
Can you text and drive in Brazil?
Although it is Florida, it's okay.
Well, it's Brazil. I would like to think that's illegal in most civilized countries, but
You guys know that my job is done. Best of luck, kiddo.
yeah.
I think we got a decent race car. I know you and I were nervous about it, but I'm seeing some good stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I selfishly love that there's less prototypes in this one because it just means we can focus forward a bit more. I'm seeing a lot of pork chops, though. I guess that's just always the case. There's a Mercedes in front of us. All right, so we're probably going to go green here shortly because safety
Nope.
car is about to come in.
No kickback on the ABS.
Maybe on the run out of 12.
Deep breath, deep breath. Get ready. Green, green, green. Go, go, go.
Got it. Wow, Carlos got a huge run. Oh, we got a prototype wreck at before start finish somehow.
Inside, outside.
I
inside,
see you.
Inside, multiple cars.
Ah.
Nah, from behind you.
Yeah, you got
Oh,
tagged in the rear twice.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
come
guys.
on. Well, there goes a fun race. And the car's broken. Well, we're going to have fun tonight.
Box. Can we repair that?
Yeah, 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
Come on, I just want a good race, guys.
Race.
That's what we do.
We've got eyes up everywhere. I can't imagine someone trying to do this alone in a sim by himself and not knowing what's going on everywhere.
Car feels okay. I would drive it if I was allowed to, but Black Flag is kind of...
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed.
Nope. Another one of these races, I guess. Have fun, Carlos. I hope that doesn't happen to you. Oh, no, he's behind me. Carlos also got hit, I think. Is that what I'm looking at? No, he's out. Sorry.
Garrett, replay here, so...
Did I do something wrong? I'll own it if...
No, you were 100% clean. The BMW just turned red. I didn't. Like you weren't even there.
Just they had a slight contact before. Black car was being a little foolish, and then he just turned down on you like he did not. A third of the car behind you.
Did he get away scot-free, or is he broken up too?
Oh, he didn't even take a single bit of damage. You
Cool.
only got hit. Ferrari ran right into your rear end.
Well, did he at least get spun out?
The Ferrari? Or the BMW?
No, the BMW that
The
turned.
BMW didn't have a single issue. He just ran you off the track and just put on like nothing happened.
Cool. Let's see. How much time do I have? 7 minutes. Cool. Let's waste 3.5 laps. 4 laps, rather. Sorry, I'm frustrated. This is just like this is like the 3rd week in a row in our live race or not that this has happened. I mean, it's iRacing. This isn't new for anyone, but.
And the Ferrari that T-boned you really just advocate around and race.
He had the entire racetrack and he didn't bother turning away. He just
where
went
his
right
eyes
into you.
were, I guess. So, as we know,
Driving with his eyes closed?
No. In racing incident like this, you end up focusing on the car that's sideways. And the joke is your car goes where your eyes go. So he never looked left and out.
I left plenty of room for the BMW. Plenty of room. Still the outside. I'm on the inside, and he just drives into me. Cool.
Yeah.
And then just...
And watch this.
Where was the Ferrari looking?
No, he wasn't. That's what I'm saying.
Where did you think you were going to go? Come on, man.
Come on, man. That's a great segment on NFL.
Can someone push the reset for the whole race?
He's-
Can we do a red
he's
flag
letting
and
you know.
restart this thing?
I want to see this BMW's point of view because not the BMW. I think this is no. W no. Paolo Vinicius. I assume that's the guy in the Ferrari. I had nowhere to go. Sorry for the hit. All right, we'll review that in a second.
No, it's.
I mean, I'm more upset at the BMW right now, though.
I'm
Ferrari.
just more upset that we're not racing. I don't care about the collection. All right, we're not
Yeah.
all dealing with pro drivers and everything else. So, guys, we just got to go racing.
What do we? Where is the Ferrari or the BMW? There's me. This is probably the BMW. Okay. All right. See it from this perspective. Giving the inside, not blocking. Okay. Beat him on the brakes. Running the outside. He's covering the other direction. And then I'm like definitely there. I mean,
He was in your blind. You were in his blind spot, so to speak.
if he's running a single screen, I can see how that
Yeah,
he didn't
that's
see
all right.
me.
That's all right. The
Okay.
tap didn't help him.
Mhm.
On the helicopter view, it looked a little bit cleaner, a little bit more room for him to get out from his perspective. He
Let's
just
see Paolo's point of view.
maybe he just thought you were just gonna park it, hit the brakes.
So if anybody's watching this and you only have one monitor,
Yeah.
there's something called Crew Cheat version 4 that you can download that will let you know and give you consistent feedback for if you have somebody on your left side or right side and when you're clear. So I do recommend that as something to look into
Yep.
to
And there's
see if that helps you out.
plenty of great overlay tools too, and even the built-in spotter within iRacing will
Yeah,
do that.
like
There's
looking at
no
the
excuse
Ferrari
for not
view
seeing someone.
here, it looks like he's locked in, but looking at the helicopter view, he's got a lane to move over if he needed it earlier.
You talking the BMW or the Ferrari here?
The Ferrari here.
Yeah, I
He
mean, at this
thinks he's
point,
locked in,
you
but
see I'm
he had
spun, you see him spun, you see him spun, you see him spun, and then you still just drive into me.
Sure. Hey, listen, this is unfortunately it's part of learning.
Yeah.
Racing, try that in real life. It happens just like that in real life too.
Yeah. Here, let's watch Carlos. Hopefully, he's doing better than me. P7 right now with
P7.
all the pork chops. So we drove. I got 3 minutes of repairs left. Can we take, if we haven't said it already, keep our tires? Or no, we spun pretty hard. All 4 tires and fill the car with fuel, and maybe we'll have enough to get to the end. Not that it's going to matter because we're DFL by 4 laps right now. So we drove Brands Hatch with the GT3R over the weekend.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, that is a very different machine from the Ferrari. I've never, and this is just Porsches in general, knowing the simple physics about, you know, putting the engine in the objectively wrong place. It does drive out of the corner really well. Like, it puts power down. Like, why do they even have traction control? They don't need it. It was honestly a very easy car to get in and drive with just like a baseline setup, and fast too. I'm really impressed with it. Maybe there's a future in us driving the Porsche at some point as well.
It's fun, you know.
It's fun. Very different from. That's more. The Porsche is more different than the Mercedes to the Ferrari was, and that's a big leap. The Porsche is just different. Everything about it, the timing of everything, the line you use, the pedal usage, everything's different. So, you're doing great, Carlos. You're catching up to next car. What's up?
Nelson had a question if your brakes have ABS. What is it? ABS. Gosh, I'm so sorry. ABS mods. Do your pedals have ABS mods?
No. No, we just literally use a truly hydraulic pedal setup. Where is that up in the chat? No, we don't do any mod work from our inputs to what we actually put into the sim. I never even considered that there is an option to do something quite like that, so. I'm sure that's kind of I would assume that's some sort of equivalent to like taping a little dot to the center of your screen when you're playing Call of Duty. Kind of cheating, but not really. I mean, that sounds like a clever thing to do if you're really in it to win it and cheat on iRacing. Not cheat, but it's kind of a gray area rule. I'm sure iRacing would frown on it. The Magic Haptic Pedal Reactor. Is that a physical device or like a tool that you use? Sounds interesting. We recently got to test the SimuCube active pedal set, and let me tell you, that is a trick setup that I would love to spend more time with. You can do all of the tuning of like the pedal start point, the stop point, the rates, friction, stiffness, progressiveness, ABS feedback, all sorts of haptics. It's really cool. Our hydraulic set is really cool, but that can be made to do that and then change to any other pedal with like one button click. So that part's kind of cool. I'm very excited to.
Nelson, we're checking out your setup here.
Yeah.
We're checking out the stuff you got
All
online.
right. Am I done with? All right. Why did it?
Easy on the clutch.
What? taking another set of tire. What?
They should have already given you the tires and everything, so I don't know why it's giving you more tires.
Doesn't matter. We're laps down.
We're on.
They just wanted to let the leaders go by us. They wanted you to join into the fray.
I know, right into the fray with all the group of cars coming by. Oh,
What the
bump
hell was
on
that?
pit. That's a bump I've never seen before. Well, we've always been the last pit stall, so yeah, I see that. I mean, I have nothing for anyone here, so I'm just gonna let them all by, honestly. We'll finish strong here, but I'm not gonna ruin someone else's race.
If we have a few, we got one GT3 behind us.
Copy. We can at least pretend we're racing these guys.
We could be a driver and just work on our line and see if we can smoke a few laps.
I think we could possibly make it to the end. I'm gonna have to fuel save to do so, but again, we're still the only ones who've stopped for damage, so kind of not really racing anyone at this point. So if we have to splash.
The only ones to stop for damage is really pleasing.
Yeah, here, I'll let this prototype through.
Yeah, Hugo, it's going. We had an incident on lap 1, so
Lap 1, turn 2.
Yeah, but base is not even turn 2. He didn't even make it through the corner, to be fair.
Yeah, not happening. Hugo setup went well. We didn't think we had too much. We were gaining on it. Still a little worried, and then dropped a decent qualifying time. Felt good. Went to race and just got stuck.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to practice fuel saving if nothing else because it's a good exercise to try to make enough fuel here to...
So what are you going to do? Smooth throttle applications?
Okay, so fuel saving. The mathematically most efficient way, we talk about efficiency, most fuel saved per minimum time loss on lap time is lift and coast on the way into corners. You lift 50, 100, 150 meters ahead of your normal braking point, let the car coast, and then you hit the brakes. I'll just let this Porsche go. I don't want to ruin his race.
Okay.
Oh, I joined right in front of this prototype.
Oopsie.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be cool with everyone. So here, I'll start this next. And turn 11 will be the best place, or 12 will be the best place to start showing it here.
All right, copy that.
We've tried. You can change fuel maps. Cars have multiple fuel maps. Honestly, it's kind of a net thing with your lap time. It's more efficient to just lift and coast everywhere. In an extreme case, you can go to a different fuel map, but honestly, the fuel map usage, whatever we go full course yellow or code 60, depending on the series, you just go to the fuel map and save as much fuel as possible, which you don't need very much fuel anyway. So it's a negligible difference. But here, turn 1, I'll lift at the 100 and brake at the 50. So, for reference, when we were in practice, I was burning 2.41 liters per lap. I would like to get that down to probably below 2.3 a lap. My last one was a little low because I let so much traffic by.
Yeah, it's going to be tough also because we are going to pull a lot of traffic compared to just free running.
Yeah. Yeah, traffic obviously.
You know, you're 9,000 RPM for the last second, quarter of a second, whatever it is. Cut that to no fuel.
Yeah, you want to give up the time when you're at the highest. Yeah, there's a long mathematical explanation to why that works, but basically it's the cheapest way to give up fuel relative to speed. You want to give up fuel at the highest speed possible. And it really doesn't affect your lap time significantly. It does a little bit, but it's very minor relative to other methods of short shifting or not going full throttle or what have you.
Yeah, we were kidding around. Bob Knox race engineer for Allegro Motorsports. I think it was Daniel Morad and Carlos de Quesada's son.
Yep.
Fuel usage. Daniel was a tenth faster and used 2/10 less fuel.
Yep. It's funny, some of the fastest drivers I know burn less fuel than their slower counterparts. Ironically, I know that sounds counterintuitive, and it is, but that's usually the trend I see. Is the fastest guys burn.
Smooth is fast.
Smooth is fast.
Corner speed. Don't bind the car up. Don't ask it too many things.
Well, when you look at it at a certain point of view, if you're over slowing the car, there's going to be a longer period of full throttle from that corner to the next corner. So if you're maintaining minimum speed, there's a shorter full throttle period to the next corner because you left the corner 5 miles an hour faster. So that's kind of, I think, at that range, that's how that's working.
You know, I do like the history books every now and then. You talk about some of the races where so-and-so broke such and such gear or was having a wounded duck problem. Car's broken and they really can't drive to the nth degree. Whether it's Schumacher in the gearbox or Fangio or things like that. And you listen to some of those stories and it's amazing because they turn almost the same lap time, missing 2 gears.
Yeah.
Same. Like, holy cow, how do they do that?
Oh, Porsche's going wide. Alright, so we got a blue flag. When cars in class are up on me. No, I'm not gonna let him die.
Yeah, you have a handful of sectors there, so
Yeah.
clean.
Okay. Keep forgetting to fuel save there. That's just on me.
Make a reminder. Let's work with it. You hated turn 4 anyway.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of turn 4 for some reason. I think the way my dash is showing it right now, at our current burn rate, we are just on the bubble to make it. So I just have to maintain fuel burn. Looks like.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger.
What are you talking about? I feel like that's a reference I'm missing.
There was a mosquito in front of me, right? Get it. How's the car feel?
Unfortunately, it feels wonderful.
As after all, pit lane.
Yeah. I don't know if I would have had anything, looking at the fast lap times, I don't know if I would have had anything for the top 3 or 4, but we would have been in the mix.
Yeah.
Fuel save, Greg. Can't remember in a turn 4. It's so hard for me to, there's some things that I just get hung up on, and I can't change, even though like I'm smacking myself in the face to do it. I'm like that with changing gear ratios, like adjusting a gear ratio for a corner mid-race.
That's after a GTP.
Copy that, Garrett. Thank you, Garrett.
Copy. Car feels wonderful though, it feels good. Is this the class leader?
Second place.
Copy.
You got 2 more coming in. They're racing each other. 3 seconds out.
Copy. Oh, Porsche's got a run on me. I'll just let him go again.
remember seeing that Porsche, the GT4 race that we went to at Sebring with the livery.
Yeah, I think it's the right racing car, if I remember correctly.
Here.
Yes, thank you. See, I'll do it this time. Thank you, Garrett. Fuel last is 2.3, so I'm burning about 2.3, which is what I kind of was my target.
Good job on the target. Nice. Porsche's struggling a little bit, you know.
Yeah, I see that. I'm not trying to actually actively race him, but
I know. I see what you're doing. Let's keep falling back to us, that's all. Well, I
Just
guess
gonna-
that means we can race him.
yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't want to mess him out on him now race, but I'd say the fuel burn, or we just get around this thing.
Heads up, we got a GTP 2 seconds out.
Okay. That Porsche is faster in a straight line, or maybe it's just the exit and the accumulation. Yeah, he just walked me.
Just FYI, since we're having fun back here, how many
Uh-huh.
got taken out in the first lap?
Is that a quiz?
Not for you, you're driving. We're just having fun back here.
Oh.
We wanted to keep you driver in the loop, you know, make sure you're
A
happy.
third of the GTP field is still racing. A third of them. We are about halfway through the race.
I see 11 cars on track of the 12, so I don't know if you're something's
I
upset.
don't see many of them showing up in my race laps at all.
I see a P11 on GTP on my marching ants.
Guess I'm just getting false data.
Darn computer. Told you I don't do wires.
You got to make sure it's drawing all of the cars on the track in the iRacing setting.
I guess not. Oh well. I'll get it figured out.
It is definitely not on it.
All right, I got a good exit there, and I'm in the draft.
In theory.
In theory, and then, well, there's a little bit of the. No, that thing's walking me.
Oh, he's in.
Okay, that was pulling on me. Wow.
That was the 5th, 6th change. He's got a better ratio.
Yeah, right now is when everyone's stopping. We're still. Oh, there's one car that's one lap ahead that we might pick up in the stop here, maybe. I need to save a little bit more fuel. We're at 2.34.
Heads up, we got GTP 1.5 seconds out.
Copy. Don't need to know half-second intervals.
What if we only give you half-second intervals? I see what Greg's saying. It's just easier probably to say 1, 2, 3, and 4. Did we tell you the car color or who's driving?
Nelson Nelson had a really good call out that maybe the Porsche is running a downforce setup to get on that running strength.
That's the only possible way. I would think you would want high downforce here, but I'm gonna run shallow on exit here. Yep.
And another one 1 second back. Or 2 seconds back, sorry.
of time, if by any chance Richie is watching this broadcast, thanks for stopping by the house, and hope that the new Track Racer recliner seat is doing you well on your sim rig build. So hopefully you tuned in this week. I told you about it when you were picking up the seat, and yeah, I hope that you're watching. Sold some stuff on Facebook Marketplace, guys.
Oh, cool. Figured this one.
Sal, you got anything else?
Not currently. Stay tuned.
Ooh, is there an upgrade?
More like a downgrade. There's a chance that Prime Day I got a G293 so that I could do my racing up in Wyoming.
Cool.
I don't know. Might be returning it. Not for sure. Not for sure.
Is that going to be in the your camper van?
No, I will have to put it inside the house.
It's got to hold on.
I know something about a mobile sim setup.
Yeah, I'll take notes from Symmetric.
I probably have the highest mileage simulator, one of the highest mileage simulators on the planet in terms of like actual physical distance traveled. I think.
Obviously, and also got a GTV on top of you.
Yeah.
How many miles do you think you actually put on that sim?
I would wager about 40,000 miles.
Did you change the oil?
On the sim?
That's a lease. Just give it back.
I don't know. We did the dually did 110,000 miles in my ownership of it, and I would wager that about half of that to a third to a half of that. I never tracked that well the mileage with the trailer itself, but probably a third to a half of the miles were with that trailer behind it. So minimum 30,000, I think. All right, how are we looking on fuel this time? I'll be at 11 laps remaining, and we've got. I don't want to have to do a splash, but I'm gonna have to do more fuel saving, I think. I want to do a bigger fuel save. Alright, bigger fuel save time.
Yeah, just be predictable whenever you're doing so nobody touches your rear while you're letting loose for a while.
Yeah.
Since we're kind of clear of traffic, but you do have a prototype coming up in the near future. Did you try the rallycross at the Nürburgring?
I did not. I know Garrett did, though. You want to talk about it, Garrett?
Back. Yes, I tried the Beetle. It was under control, and then it was out of control, and then it would get loose, and you'd slide it perfectly, and then you try to get a little slide out of it, and then you end up over the railings, and it was you go into what's the corner? The big uphill early on in the track. I'm not forgetting the name of it. I know I pushed the name anyways. You go over that, you think you're about to turn into a freaking like it's a rally car in Poland, just go flying over into the woods. But it was all over the place. It was very mixed. I was considering like, oh, rallycross cars. This is easy. I love rally cars and rallycross. I got this down, and I most definitely did not have it down. A bit too tight of a track for rallycross cars.
Did you drive it, TJ?
No, unfortunately, I only got one evening on the sim last week, which was actually the hours before I came in here, and that was all the time that I touched the sim in the past 7 days was for approximately 1 hour. But I watched 2 videos from Dave Cam on it, and it It looked like an absolute blast.
I would have liked to have driven that. With the amount I know the Nürburgring and know like how much there's a couple sections where it'd be fun to flick the car back and forth. That'd be fun. Like a lot of third gear stuff. That would have been fun.
It's very entertaining. I'd say definitely do a test drive of it, both of you. A lot of fun.
Cross. Is that like 5th gear, really? What's that thing top out at?
Like 120 or something. So
Top, you're 160th, I think. Right?
Oh, they're up.
70 straights. They changed the gearing up a bit.
Ah, okay.
Put me into that thing.
I wonder why people are watching it through the stands.
It looks like Carlos is. Oh, he's in the pits right now. I'm gonna say Carlos is in P2. Oops, yeah. Wait, I'm gonna drive right over.
Yeah, whenever it was here in Fort Lauderdale, I did get to go see Ken Block, Travis Pastrana, I think it was Scott Speed and all those guys doing rallycross down in Fort Lauderdale. You got a prototype right behind you.
Yep.
That was super cool. I did watch one of the cars jump over the ramp and get caught between the landing of the ramp and the cat netting there, and they had used a crane to fork it out while it was on its side. It was just as chaotic as it is in iRacing.
Yeah, Travis Pastrana. You guys see what happened to the family huckster at Goodwood? Oh, he put the family. He put the car on the wall. As usual, cooking it like hell. He had that thing going. I mean, and he put it in the wall pretty bad, bent it pretty hard, right into a hay. He was fine. Yeah, he was trying to drive the car off afterwards. You can kind of see his face. He had that like, oh crap, I just bit the car. Look, and,
At Goodwood.
Marshall's were like, no, just cut it out, just stop and drive the thing. Which that sucks. That hurts to see because that's a really, really cool car.
Yeah, I think that's a shame. Every time I see that thing, I assume it's like the Delta Integrale monster thing that Lancia built, and then I'm like, oh no, that's a Subaru. Never mind.
Yeah, it's a Integrale.
Yeah.
I got a feeling he'll probably go ahead and fix it up and get it back on the road again. There's no way after they spent all that time working on this thing, they're just gonna let it go to waste after they only did like a few videos of it.
Something tells me they've got the budget for it. I'm gonna politely get out of the way of this race right now. I don't want to interfere with this race right now. I might as well save fuel in the process.
Was that the black BMW?
It was.
Almost took it again.
Come on, go get him.
I know. It's tempting.
Use the lasers.
I'm not going to play that way. Other people have done that to me, and it's been very frustrating. So as much as it's tempting, Mr. Armando, and I don't appreciate what you did, it wasn't intentional, so...
Yeah, racing incident.
Just a misjudgment.
Well, if it happens at a racetrack, isn't everything a racing incident then?
Yeah.
Okay, yep, so factor. Hey, Greg.
Yes,
I
sir.
don't know if anyone's still chiming in here. What did you think about the setup and ribbon and all the stuff that we did?
In terms of what?
Everything, overall.
Well, the car feels really good right now. Like, I feel like we would have been fairly racy if we were in it. There's a couple of things I would like a little different if we had the time to revisit. But I don't know if they're achievable things with...
Let's take through the process for some of the fans out there, from your perspective.
What do you mean, from where we started to where we got?
Yeah.
So, we started with our Nürburgring GP setup that we used a few weeks back, which was based characteristically looking at this track. The number of third, fourth gear corners, big braking zones are quite high. So we made the assumption that we want to start with something down the medium to high downforce side. So Nürburgring was our most recent high downforce setup that we felt really comfortable with where the car was relative to the track. So it was kind of a known quantity. I think there were some similar types of corners, not the same, but close. That was a good place to start. So, started with that. Where did we start yesterday when we started?
What did the car feel like out of the box on that setup?
We went through 17 changes. I'm kind of lost where we were.
We arrived at the track with a known setup.
Oh, Mr. BMW made a mistake. Oh, I'm not sure I feel too bad for you.
Racing. Map 5.
Not sure I feel too kind about helping him right now. Give him a brake tap. Not necessarily going to be all that friendly letting him by, but still have to feel safe. I'll let him by. I'm not going to be that guy.
He does have to get alongside the car behind.
Yeah, but I'm a lap down, so go ahead. Go. Go. I'll let Karma do its job.
Alright, tuck in and drive the mirrors.
Not going to not fill his mirrors, though.
What position is he in, Garrett?
Looks like 7th.
7th, looks like.
What was his fastest lap?
I can't see from here.
That's for Garrett to look up, not you. You're
Okay.
driving the car.
34 flat.
Okay, copy that. Let's see what we got on the bumpers. See how he looks around this track.
Yeah, sure. I'm still trying to fuel save is the only downside, but I think we're
You
right
can
on.
still-
Yeah, I think we're still in the bubble. He's also faster in a straight line, so I wonder if we're just got more aero than everyone else right now.
I didn't think we were that heavy on the aero.
Yeah, we weren't maxed out.
We were pulling stuff out and flattening the car more and more.
Well, his competitor went off, so he's got a race now too. So I'm glad I didn't ruin his day. In fairness.
Nice. Good job.
Oh. There might be fireworks here. They get side by side into turn 4. Let's see.
Ringside seats.
Oh, he got by. I have a feeling this is going to get interesting. I don't want to get that involved with it. And we got P8 behind us, so. Corvette gets closer, I'll let him by. Yeah, I'll let the Corvette go.
There you go. Let him get up there and race with him. Nice.
Yeah, go. And I'll just follow along.
Bumper tag and go.
Alright, let's see how well we are compared to the Corvette on the way out. I feel like that was a good exit. And driving away from me. Why? How?
It's like that moment where I was in my early teens and I just got a car. And it was a Honda Civic at best, and I put a giant wing on it. I think it's one of those situations.
We gotta change the ratio.
I was, where was I? I was on I-95 driving south from the shop the other night. I don't know, somewhere in Palm Beach Gardens or something. And there was the, what was it? Like a, I'm trying to think. Oh no, it was like a Ford Focus, like base, not an ST, with like the biggest wing I've ever seen on any race car ever.
Wings.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude.
I'm sorry.
Come on, guys. Come on.
I just laughed what's wrong with him.
It's
You're loving
two
it.
chunks of metal, like 4
I
foot
know,
tall,
I
and then
know.
it's like massive wing on top of it. It's just like, what in the hell?
I love how they think they need Then you rear downforce on a front-wheel drive car.
You know, if you go fast enough, it'll flip over, right?
Yeah, let's lift the front end off the ground. And never mind your fuel mileage. Or your straight line speed. It looks fast, makes you slower. You know, I've talked to a couple teams that run TCR cars, so the front-wheel drive cars in Pilot Challenge and IMSA. Most of what the teams do, those cars do have rear wings, but do you know what they do with them? They pitch them they put them negative to lift the rear of the car. They're trying to generate lift on purpose.
You got the whole back coming in behind you.
I see that. I'm just going to let them all go. Go, all of you.
Yep.
Oh, and a prototype did it on its own.
One more behind.
And I'm going to fuel save once I get to fifth here. Go.
I think it was either Subaru or Ford that showed one of their prototypes over this past weekend, or was it Red Bull Racing, where the rear wing on it?
The RB17.
I think I saw that. Yeah, it's a Red Bull, right? I think it was some custom Red Bull Dewey thing.
Yeah, it was Newey's F1 prototype. It's got the engine out of one of the old F1 cars, the V10. The rest of like 15,000 RPM.
That's cool.
Yeah, 15,000 RPM.
I'm pretty sure it said it was faster than an F1 car around Silverstone
Yep.
or something like that. Like,
Yep.
yeah, it's insane.
And it is a single-seater.
That's cool.
So you cannot take your friends for a ride.
I think the coolest car of anything street legal made right now, and Angela, I don't know if you've seen it, but the Gordon Murray T50 thing. Oh my God, is that?
Yeah, another good one.
Oh my, is that thing special?
Yeah.
A
Love it.
V12 revving to 15,000 RPM made it to a 6-speed H pattern in a car that weighs less than 2,000 pounds.
It was incredible. It sounded so good.
Sign me up. I think they just made a racing version too. Or like a track day special version because the first one wasn't enough track day.
So you have like, let's just make it.
Yeah. Where are we on fuel? Are we gonna... Oh, we're good on fuel. Yeah, we're good on fuel. We've got 2 laps to go. Yeah. I think we're good. I think. Oh, it's gonna be close. Where's the leader, or where's the overall leader right now? Oh no, we're gonna be on the last lap.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I
dangerous.
need to fuel save. I need to keep going. We're doing okay. I think the work I did has helped, but I can't stop now.
Ends up getting a P car 3 seconds back. But yeah, it's just you'll see it or you can.
We picked up 1 position. We're P18.
Vive la France. It's still a victory.
Yeah,
We're
Ford
gonna-
unveiled their new Dakar truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ford unveiled their new Dakar style truck, and they
Yes,
also had the Mustang GT something, GTD.
Yeah. The
Oh, the GTD.
Raptor Dakar truck that looks absolutely nothing like a Raptor and shows nothing at all with the Raptor in the slightest, but it's a Raptor.
Where's the... So... Oh, we're gonna be right on the bubble for fuel. Holy cow, it's gonna be close. We're gonna be maybe rolling across the line. I'm gonna... We
Well,
got it, but it's gonna be close.
Yeah, is that 19 is way off, so we've got plenty of room on the car behind us.
Yeah. Not that there's any points or anything useful back here, but you know, we want to optimize what we're doing.
And I just, would have liked if we could run a fast lap here or there, and bring its neck and see if we can learn some more stuff.
Yeah.
How did our friend do? Where are we at?
Where is
Carlos?
Carlos? He's P2?
P2.
Come on, Carlos.
I know.
It looks
do
like
you
he's fighting 3rd place as well right now. He's got a 1-second gap to 3rd. Hopefully he's not watching our stream
Third
right
is
now.
lost. Third is just lost it.
Yeah.
He's clear. He's got
Cool. Carlos, watch us afterwards. I say that now, but you're obviously preoccupied. All right.
Why is
He's actually texting in the chat right now.
Why is he
Says, I
not,
love
why is
it.
he not texting us? I don't know.
You got 1 lap to go. White flag. All right. Fuel display says 1.0 laps to go.
Gonna make it.
It might literally roll across the line. I'm trying to feel safe as much as I can here.
Pretty sure the line's uphill, Greg. It's kind of sketchy.
Oh man.
Yeah, we'll be okay. It's gonna send it out of the final corner. We have half a gallon of fuel in the car. I definitely won the fuel mileage contest tonight. Or whatever that's worth.
What's up on the board for that?
You might need to get someone to bump you across the finish line.
No, we're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. We got this. Saving a lot right now.
White flag. Come on.
Short shifting. Corvette spun in front. We're good. I want to see how far I get before it sputters. All right, here we go. Run into the line. Under a liter left of fuel. 0.8.
Come on.
0.7. 0.6. 0.5. 0.4. 0.3. Let's see how far I get before it stops. I haven't felt anything yet. Got it right there. So we got the turn 2 before it ran out of fuel. I call that a win. The engineer in me loves that I was able to do that. That's it.
How much fuel you can get out of the tank during a race is...
You would never get that much. You would not. No. We usually about a liter is where we're kind of like on our math. In real life, we're like, it's not reasonable to expect it to get any more. I think you can get about down to, you know, maybe just under a liter in a real car and everything's set. Ideally, any more than that, and it's
stupid.
you can pick it up with a sponge. Like, it's not reasonable to expect.
No.
I appreciate that. Let's see.
TJ, you happy?
And you know it?
Yep.
Clap
Yeah.
your hands.
Yeah. We're trying back here. We're trying.
I'm gonna say thanks to Paolo for at least apologizing.
Yeah.
I don't know how to add someone in iRacing chat if someone wants to tell me that.
I have no idea, man.
Ask Carlos.
Someone ought to do that.
Ask Carlos to text and drive. He's got it.
I had 0.7 at the last lap. You got third, Carlos? Oh, what happened to second?
I don't know. Garrett and I got to take a look.
Too soon.
Third spawner did something boogered, and he had lock on first and second him, and then we focused on you.
You can right click on the name and press PM driver.
Oh. Paolo's already disconnected, so I'm not going to bother. Thank you, Paolo, if you're watching. Thank you for apologizing. I'm not upset at you. I'm much more upset at the BMW for just not being a heads up. Not intentional, but.
And I think TJ, picked it out. He says if they're not running 3 screens and peripherals and everything else, we watched the view and it definitely looked a lot more funnel and locked in.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have made that drastic of a move, not having the side view mirrors and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, you can't use the excuse that you didn't see me. I was literally side by side with you. So if you drive like that, you're going to crash literally every single race. So I'm sorry, that's not acceptable excuse. Misjudgment. I mean, I was ahead of you, and it's
John Farmer's out there. I don't know if he forgot to ping him and see if he was looking. New driver coming up, Formula 2000. He asked me a question the other night. Hey, what do you think about like a warning system You know, kind of like they have the blind spot warning system for a Formula car. I said, never in a million years. He said, why? I said, situational awareness, and you need to learn it.
Yeah, you do need to learn it. You should
You
just be
need to know
responsible for that.
exactly where every car is at every breath that's around you.
Yeah, what happens when that system fails? Are you
Bingo.
suddenly going to hurt yourself and other people immediately when that fails? No, you need to be responsible for that yourself.
I had some drivers that would kind of memorize the entire field and where they are.
Let's just, for giggles, see this again. Let's
You?
just do it from Armando, our BMW driver, Armando's perspective. So I'm outside turn 1, kind of side by side. Okay, all right. At this point, I'm side by side with him. Looking in my right screen, I can see I'm
did
side
get
by
tagged.
side. He got tagged, but
Yep.
he's still under control right here. And now I'm 3 feet ahead of him and inside to apex. So you don't get to drive into me just because I'm there now, and you don't get to claim that you didn't see me. I mean,
Looking at his windshield. Do I see him?
I see my fender out of his front windshield.
Okay.
I see it
can't
right
on
over
my
there.
screen.
I see it. I know you guys can't see it from the perspective you're looking at, but I see it through the front windshield. You don't get to pretend you didn't see me there.
This is it.
I mean,
This is
and if you're looking at the
reverse
outside,
cam.
the reverse cam. All right, so here, let's back this up again. Let's just do the chase cam thing. Looking down the inside of turn 2, we're side by side. I'm in front of him. I'm in front of him. I'm in front of him, and I'm inside. You're outside and behind. You don't get to turn into me. So you didn't see me. But I mean,
Yeah,
you got to be more aware than that.
it happens.
Sorry, Armando. It wasn't intentional. I'll forgive you for that one, but you just got to be more heads up with that.
Yeah.
Just a lesson. It's all good. I'm not upset. I'm not going to report you. There's no need to do any of that. It was not intentional.
Watch my video. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but my race was also ruined. So thanks.
In big racing and the video review and the stewards, it's all because of this. Every kid in the world's learned, oh, watch my video, watch my video. Half the videos that are reviewed are garbage. You need the full blimp view. You need to see how he got there, what really happened. iRacing has that ability.
Yeah.
Sometimes in real racing, we don't have the blimp view. We don't have this camera view, this car view. So sometimes it's really hard for the stewards to put all the pieces together and make a true judgment. Hence why they say racing incident, no penalty required.
I have a question for you, Angelo, because I was involved in this discussion with the Road to Indy, which is now USA Pro.
Yeah.
So traditionally in Road to Indy, everyone used a AIM Smarty Cam bullet camera system, just a single forward-facing camera. I've been a V-Box dealer for a long time. You guys have heard me talk about it, how we use it in the sim, how we use them in real life. One of the cool things about a V-Box is that you can have multiple cameras integrated into a single view. So you can have a forward-facing camera and a rear-facing camera. So when I brought that to Road to Indy's attention, just from a race directing side of thing, they're like, you mean we can have a camera facing rearwards on every car? And I'm like, yep. And we can also live stream it so you can see it from race control in the race. They're like, what? Really? So my question for you is, do you see an FRP at all in 1600, 2000s? Do you see anyone using a V-Box system? Because that would give you a very wide field of view and 2 cameras, not 1.
I'd say the V-Box is a little bit limited. I haven't seen many. Everybody starts out with the GoPros and everything else.
Yeah,
and then I've seen a couple of AIM Smarty Cams. I've seen a few 4.5s on the AIM bullet and lipstick cams, but I don't think I've seen a V-Box.
Do you think Bob and or Al would be interested in trying one?
No. So they're going backwards. So now backwards, forwards. So the big thing that needs to happen in training a driver we were talking about situational awareness is the 2 drivers need to sit in the trailer like gentlemen and discuss what happened. Not to text each other, not go up on social media and say, oh, you cut me off. Oh, you're an idiot, this, that, and the other thing. And what's really important is the 2 of them interacting.
Right.
All right.
No, totally. They need to be gentlemen and be honest with what they did. And if there's something, I always try to be very honest with when I make an error.
Yeah, absolutely.
I could have always avoided by just simply backing out, but
it's a race.
I gotta place my car where I want to place my car in terms of a race. I can't just let everyone have every corner. And one way to avoid a crash is just let everyone have every corner, and then you can finish DFL.
I've been in. They've asked me into a few of the stewards' sessions in the background as an advisor, and I've watched a bunch of videos and made judgment calls about things and everything else. It is insane the amount of hours you can spend analyzing did he cut me off?
Mhm.
From hand position, you know, a lot of the good forward-facing cameras in a Formula car, you still see hand position, gears, and everything else,
Mhm.
and it's just too much. It needs to go back to just visceral raw. Hey, Greg, what happened? Oh, I missed second gear. That bump hit me harder than I thought.
Mhm.
All right. And the team leaders need to stop cheerleading the lie. You know,
Mhm.
the Mehmet,
Yeah, you have to.
Gordon, and oh,
The
you know,
teams always have to play defensive to whatever their position is,
Moyer,
even if
yeah,
they're 100% wrong. They
yeah,
have
no, it's
to
wrong.
defend the position.
Wrong.
That's the team owner and the team
Yeah,
manager's responsibility is to always defend, regardless if they're 100%
and that's wrong
right-handed.
because it's just a waste of time and energy.
It's unfortunate, and
Yeah,
that's why I'd perhaps be a bad team manager, because they'd be like,
yep,
"No, that was on us. So I'm sorry, that was our
yep.
mistake." Every team I've ever been on, it's politically you have to defend your position.
Yeah,
While we're talking,
but
while we're
what I'm
talking
learning
here,
about is who learns from that. You learn to lie.
oh yeah, no one learns anything. It's
Yeah,
just it just reinforces the politicalness of everything.
yeah,
While we're talking here,
sure.
just for giggles, because we don't
Yeah,
have much to review after the race, I'm gonna load into Fuji just to do a couple laps while we wrap up for the evening. No, that sounds cool to everyone.
Fuji,
Fuji, we're
Fuji
racing
apple.
Fuji
Yeah,
at the base of Mount Fuji next
yeah.
week. Um, so I'm just gonna load in here. I don't know why it's
Full send it.
yeah. Let's just go. Let's just try
Okay,
it.
go.
So
Yeah, Greg. Interesting stuff on the camera stuff. Like I said, that other V-Box cam that you showed me, really impressive.
mhm.
Um,
Yeah, that's
which
the
one was
HD
that?
Lite.
HD Light,
That's the
beautiful.
HD Lite price point right at $1,000.
Guys, I
Um,
got to tell you, I haven't used it yet, but I want one.
it's literally will fit in the palm of your hand.
Yeah,
It has an internal GPS antenna to get GPS data, I believe, at 25 hertz, which is pretty good for GPS. It's built-in microphone, built-in micro SD card, so that's all the logging's internal. It has a 160-degree field of view camera in
sweet.
4K at 60 frames with replaceable lens cover. All you
Yeah,
need to do is give it power, and optionally you can run it to your ECU via CAN or like the blue OLED timer that we have here on the sim. So you can have like your lap timing display
yeah.
and your CAN data integrated with it, optionally. Otherwise, you could just literally cigarette lighter or run it to 12 volt and ground and have a plug and play automatically recording
I
camera.
mean, hats off to V-Box. I mean, that product looks phenomenal.
Yeah, I've
You
used
know?
it at the track myself in a car I'm driving.
Yeah,
You plug it in and forget about it. It will
yeah.
start recording, stop recording. You get to
Which
analyze everything in the same
which I hate to
software.
say the words, but we all know it. Idiot proof. You
Yeah.
know, as a crew chief, as an engineer, there's plenty of times where, did you start the camera? Oh, no. Oops.
That when I first started as a data guy, we were always using GoPros or this camera
Yeah,
and that camera, and you're always like forgetting SD cards and forgetting
yep,
to plug it in and forgetting to turn it on and forgetting to start the recording.
yeah.
And then GoPros half the time, even if you do all of those things,
Hmm.
5 minutes into the session, stops recording.
Yep.
GoPros are not built for race cars. They don't like heat, they don't like vibration, they don't like
Which is
dust.
amazing to me because we could put man on the moon,
Yeah. Sorry
but
for
we
anyone.
can't
There's a
make
train like 50 feet behind the shop going by
yeah.
right now.
I
So.
like the train though. We should go out and watch one. Yeah, you know, like I said, the GoPros, we can put man on the moon, but
Mhm,
in there, and I think it's just a battery tab connection, just a G-Shock little thing, and it
mhm.
just loses voltage for a second. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not the printed circuit board. It's not this, not that.
Just to get
Um,
driving here at Fuji, I'm just going
yeah.
to pick our Interlagos setup.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
I
whoa, whoa, whoa. Why don't we start where we're at?
Why are we starting where we're at?
No, start. Yeah, start exactly where we left off.
That's what I did.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
we're starting with what
I
we
didn't.
finished with. Sorry.
Sorry, I didn't cut you short.
What I will say is a preview. I think this is going to be a low to medium, probably medium answer. We have the front straightaway is probably a mile long.
Yeah.
Like the gear set we're on, we're probably going to be at the top of 6th gear. We'll find out here shortly, but
Well, TJ's going to change 5th because he definitely saw that at Interlagos. Just didn't have a pull.
copy. So,
You know Fuji?
yes. It's been a little while. I think I did a Ferrari Challenge iRacing race here a little while back when it was still the 48. But
Nice.
anyways, thank you for everyone for watching tonight. We had kind of a rough run at Interlagos. We're really looking pretty confident as we headed into the race. Did a nice job at qualifying. I think we were P8 or P9. And then unfortunately we were taken out in turn 2. We were turned, and then a back marker just collected into us, no fault of theirs. So unfortunately, we were taken out at the beginning of the race. So it was kind of a boring race. We did have to do a little bit of fuel saving just to be able to make it to the end without having to stop a second time for fuel. Oh, I forgot. No chicane. This is the even better version of this track. Yeah, I forgot about that. I'm used to running the chicane there. I spent probably 3 hours driving this in Gran Turismo at home with a PS5 controller over the weekend. Oh, so it's been a little while since I've actually driven this with wheels and a pedal on a proper sim.
Yeah, try and snipe those standing cones.
Yeah, you got to pick them up early with your eyes. All right, so who's ready for a long straightaway here? Let's see if we've got enough gear for it.
That's our speed. Call it out.
130, 135, 140, 145, 150, 55, 160, and on the brakes. Oh, and a little bit deep because I was trying to get to 160.
All right.
Anyways,
call it.
yeah, call 159. So, anyways, thanks to all the guys back here who support me as they always do. Got Garrett helped me with spotting and crew chiefing. He did an awesome job tonight. Nice job with the fuel calculation, in both qualifying and the race. Angelo, always thank you for help with the setup, for everything you do. Anze Suspension, and then thank you, Mr. Moore Podiums, for giving us support on the stream production. Couldn't do it without you. And then I know Daphne and Bo aren't on camera tonight, but I know they're doing their best, taking care of everything on the marketing side. So, likewise, we want to thank all of our partners for making all of this happen. We've got Decipher Technologies. We've got actually some. Oh, again, I'm forgetting the chicane. No chicane. Decipher Technologies giving us the best cybersecurity and IT support with everything. They were helping us with some cloud storage, off-site cloud storage stuff recently, and we're already working on some cool future plans. Won't say much more than that, but we have some cool things coming together. South Wake for giving us all the best business development support. Again, I say this every week. We are putting together the pieces for what the future of the Chicane Club is going to be. And you guys are going to like it, both for the live stream, but also for what our physical location, plural, are going to look like. We already talked plenty about V-Box tonight, but obviously, big thanks to them. We're a dealer of their products, so if you want their SimPack system for your sim, or any of their various camera, video data recorders, please shoot us an email, info@thechicane.club. What else have we got? Rocky's Ultimate Garage. I was talking to Rocky today. Go to Rocky's Ultimate Garage for the ultimate, best, hands down best service for PPFs, tints, wrap, detailing, used car sales, you name it. They do treat everything with a white glove approach. And have a really cool shop here in right off of, I believe, Palm Beach Lakes here in Palm Beach County. Got captain's chair coaching, Jason giving me the best business and executive coaching around, keep me pointed in the right direction all the time. I've got Sawbelt America and Corello Group. As you guys have heard me say many times, we love all their I'm sitting in their seats. I've got the seat belts on. I've got the new gloves. I've got not driving my best right now just because I'm busy thinking. Then I've got their new driving shoes on, which are ultra comfortable, have awesome grip and feel. Really helps a lot, especially with braking, to have a really good thin sole and some good heel curvature as well. What else have we got? I feel like I'm missing one. Oh, and as always, thanks to Josiah from Outlicker Racing for giving us a Ferrari that looks amazing. So, Angelo, you're watching me drive here. What are you seeing with Fuji?
I think the Anze logo could be a little bigger on the car.
Yeah. Well, of course, the part I forgot was Anze suspension.
Only kidding, don't care.
Yeah.
No, actually, TJ's giving me some pointers. Once again, never been here. So TJ and I are actually rolling through laps while you're driving. So TJ's going to be a better advisor than I am right now. Setup-wise, can't speak about it until I learn the track a little bit more.
Yeah,
TJ,
we've got.
Yeah, you need to brake earlier, turn in earlier to carry momentum and speed out on a lot of the turns. There's like
Yeah.
3 turns. You just need to do everything early.
I think with the amount of straightaways this place has, we have to optimize for the drag racing out of every single corner.
yeah, it's making sense.
Oh, that's a big bump, that apex. I gotta stay off that one.
Yeah, when you approached it, I thought that was big.
The geometry in this back section is really, from an engineering perspective, is very challenging for a driver. From a outside perspective, it makes for some really good racing and really forces good discipline on everything, especially this final corner. It's this crazy big decreasing uphill until you get to the exit, and then you just have to kill it on the power down and don't hit the sausage curves.
Exactly. You gotta get like right next to the sausage curves.
Yeah, I've used every bit of it. Yeah, and then let this thing eat all the way down. I'll do one final lap.
Yeah, you've been braking too late on this. Try to get as close as you can to that inside corner at the apex.
I think it's at the 150.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's at the 150. He's super close.
I think that was better.
Yeah, that was better, but yeah, it was around
Still
the
a little
150s whenever I mark it.
Yeah, this one's a downforce corner. This is a 4th gear touch in, commit and go, and then it wiggles on the curb. This one you're trying to stay committed and then chicken out in the middle, and then it comes back to you, and then you commit again. And then this one's a tough braking zone because you're just coming out of the right-hander as you go into the left, and then drag race, open it up. I don't know if I can do all that. Ooh, that was pretty good.
Yep. Yeah, you got to get on those grates, and there was the last turn that you did too that you could carry it all the way out to those grates. They actually have a ton of traction in them.
Try to stay off that. Oh, the undulation at that curb there really sets the car off. So we're gonna have to almost stay wide of that apex. Oh, that one I was in too early. This one.
You're doing good.
Oh, looking good. DJ, nice coaching. Love it.
This back section, the thing that I find helps the most is you have to try to pick the apexes up with your eyes super early, and you have to put it on an arc way earlier than most other corners. All right, I'll bring it into the box, and we'll call it for the night. But there's a preview of Fuji. I just wanted you to see that one, Angelo. Fuji International Speed. Oh, that's the pit entry. Okay.
By chicane into pits.
And I'm speeding into the pits. All right.
The discipline of this track. This track, the way they put the curbing, the way it's decreasing radius, the way the undulations are. It is a disciplined track. I definitely see it.
Yeah, this one's going to be good. I wish F1 would... I mean, I love Suzuka for the Japanese Grand Prix. Absolutely love that place. I think F1 here would also be really good. It's been a long time since I think F1's been here, unfortunately. But anyways, let's call it for the night. Thanks everyone for hanging out tonight, for having a good time. We'll be back here 8 o'clock Eastern time next week to take on Fuji without the chicane, and hopefully have a better evening than we did tonight. But thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you next week.